Welcome back, everybody, to Breakaway. This is class number 6 now, and we are on the subject of improving our visibility, how to create an online presence that stands out. So, I hope you see the sequencing and the flow from class 1 up until now. In class 5, I think we had quite a lot of good meat to work in because now we're starting to operationalize our branding. So make sure that people respect you. How to make sure? Don't know. You can just do your best. Okay. So class number 6, we're going to talk about how do we create online presence that stands out. The first thing we have to ask ourselves this question is, what do you want to brand? Do you want to brand yourself as an individual, or do you want to brand your company? So please be aware that when you brand yourself, they watch you. And some trainers, they feel very private. They don't want their Facebook profile to be stalked by clients and stuff like that. But if you choose to brand yourself, this is what happens lah. You become the Simon Sinek. You become the you become all this. You become an influencer. They will watch you. They will find you. Okay, but if you brand your company, then they watch your associates. Okay, so you have to make sure your associates don't jangan buat hal. So make a choice. There's no right or wrong. Second question is, how are you different from others? This is key and this is crucial. If you cannot stand out from other trainers, you cannot break away, you don't have a unique brand, they cannot see it, they cannot hear it. Yeah, they cannot read you online, they cannot see videos of you online, they don't know what you look like, then you're not going to be able to differentiate. So, what are the differentiators? Differentiator number 1 is effectiveness. If you are effective and you have numbers to back you up, I have trained 500 people to get married and they are now all happily married. You got a credential, man. Secondly is methodology. So you can say, I apply neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis in my programs, which makes my programs very transformational. Number 3 is flexibility of working with you. So when I first started out, I have no way to prove my effectiveness, and my methodologies pun orang tak kenal. I say social style, orang, what the heck is social style? I couldn't even study NLP. So what I did was I made myself very, very flexible to work with TPs and clients. I don't agree to everything, but I make life easy for them. And then last but not least is purpose. People are attracted to trainers who have a purpose. And you demonstrate that purpose in your writings, in your videos. People can see it every single day. They see why you're doing this. I became a trainer because I believe that there are many people out there who still don't understand safety. They think they do, but it is not part of their mindset. It is not part of what they say and do on a daily basis. And they also are not able to inform other people or teach other people. So I became a trainer because I want to create more people who are cognizant of safety, not just at the workplace, but at home, right? Why do we still have fires that burn houses down? Because we don't teach our children the concept of safety. Now, did I mention flexibility, methodology, effectiveness? Not one bit. But clients go, okay, my God, this guy is driven, man. I would like for him to train my people. Think about that. So you have to ask yourself this question. Which of these can you leverage? All right. Next question. What do you want people to see? So you have to also ask sub-questions. Who is your target audience? Is it the public? I have a friend who makes a lot of money just teaching batik. You know what he does? He goes to persatuan-persatuan wanita. He goes to persatuan sukan within organizations, within companies, club, and they got money. I'm telling you, they have funds. They got money from the membership fees and that. And all she does is go around from company to company, teaching batik, how to paint batik painting. as part of their activities for their associations. So I'm telling you, HID Corp is not the only lubo. It's not the only fishing hole. And you can do that without needing a TP. You can charge whatever you want. You can charge per head. Most of them charge per head. So is it the public? Do you run public workshops? Do you, do online courses that people don't look for certification, but you can give them a skill set? How to make your husband love you better? HID Corp will not pay for that, but there are some people who will. How to persuade your parents to go to hospital? Oh, a lot of people will pay for that. Is your target audience operations? Is your target audience management? Or is your target audience leadership of organizations? So if you know which is your targeting, then your branding has to be within that particular space. So I know I'm stereotyping, but if you're aiming for leadership, right, decision makers within the organization, then brand yourself well professionally on LinkedIn. But if it's management you're looking for, right, then Facebook is a better place to go. I don't know how you target operations because operations don't make decisions, right? They don't make decision making. But if you teach more at operations level, then TikTok, Facebook, Instagram is still okay. So you have to ask these questions to yourself. Okay. Elias kata, teach your husband, take better photo every day. Yeah, why not? Think about it, guys, right? I mean, as funny as it sounds, but um, there's always somebody looking for something that you can offer. Yeah, with 8 billion people on this planet, there's always somebody that is willing to pay for what you can teach. Cikgu Shari, how to persuade your wife, girlfriend to say, I'm sorry. Okay, if you want to learn, but you're willing to pay that, I can teach that. All right. Now, when you think of yourself, right? What is the first thing that comes to mind in the mind of the participant, in the mind of the client, in the mind of the training provider? So you want to focus on an image that you are going to burn into their brains and burn it often. And I don't mind telling you, by the sheer fact that you have joined this class, I have accidentally, if not purposefully, burned things into your brain. I've burned my voice, I've burned my logo, I've burned my colors, I've burned my website, I've burned stuff into your brain. And if I did it right, and this is why I asked the question yesterday, that Buka Puasa question, kan? If I did it right, you would already have an image of Nazrin, yeah, that I've designed. So here's what I want. I want everybody, when they think about me, I want them to think, wah, meriahnya. So this is what I show everyone. I want this for you. I want you to be able to do this as well. Okay? So again, I see you typing in the chat, but if you have questions, just put a Q and I will attend to you. By the way, the microphones can be turned on anyway. Just tell me that you have a question. Trainers, please build a website. I don't know how else to convince you of this. Please build a website because that's where your branding will be seen. I have social media already. Okay, fine. Social media social media is too volatile. You post an article or post today, it disappears tomorrow, right? You need a stable place that people can go to with a domain name. Okay, with a domain name that people can go to, that people can find you. Yeah, you got your LinkedIn, you got your Facebook, but you cannot control what people see today. They see the wrong post today, they don't like you, habis. So please have a way to collect everything into one website where they can stalk you. So please make sure that they can stalk you and make sure that your website is also written with these 4 elements. There must be something to introduce you. There must be something for them to read about you. There must be something that gets them to buy in. There must be something that gives call to action. So if you go to my nsynclearning.com website, look for the buttons. The buttons are always written as instructions. Buy now, click here, find out. Okay, so you must have these elements. They don't have to be in a sequence, but you must have these 4 elements. And then integrate your site and your programs. So my participants, I will create a page specifically for one course that is hidden, right? And then I'll QR code it. And then my participants, I'll say, okay, let's everyone please scan this QR code, go to this page, website page, the case study is there. So they go to ensinglearning.com/clear/case study. But you know what happens? That means they go to the website. And what happens is that the website gets organic reach. So there was one time I was asked to speak to 5,000 students at University Malaya, and I gave a QR. No, no, there was no QR code back then. I gave a link that they have to type into their phones. Everybody went, it crashed the site. But I said, okay, try again, try again, try again. And then I got organic reach, very, very quick organic reach. So do not underestimate the power of a website. It might look old school, but it is still powerful. Okay. Post articles. So what I started with before I did a website proper, I used Blogger, a blog site, and I would update articles there. So I would tag or label those articles dependent on the different subjects, different courses that I ran. And whenever there was a particular article I could use as a case study, I would give my audience that. But when I move on to Google Sites, I still kept that. I linked that to the Google Sites. So you can go to my website and you can read resources, you can read articles. Those articles are stored on the Blogger, on the blogger.com, but you can access them from my website. So that gives, when people go like, wow, Nazrin knows a lot, man. Tak ada, he just writes a lot. If you look at 4 or 5 articles, they're about the same thing from a slightly different angle. Now, in terms of building domains, I'm not an expert in websites, but this is what was taught to me. I'm telling it to you, right? Number one is a company website. Number two is a personal website. Number three is a product landing page. Now, this one is a bit more effort, but if you have a product like an ebook or a book or a specific public course, not in-house course, public course, please make sure you have a page, a website specifically for it. So this is ensinglearning.com on the left. That's nazrin.com. Yes, I managed to get nazrin.com. I was waiting for a few years. I tak ada orang beli pun, buy lah. And I just sat on it. I squatted for a while. And now, as I write books, as I publish books, it also allows TPs to find out who I am. Because they go to the website, and training providers will tell the client who the trainer is. This is not like zaman dulu tau. Zaman dulu, the training provider say, please don't give them your card. Please don't include on your slide your phone number, things like that. Hello. Nowadays, everybody is stalkable. So make yourself stalkable. So if the client wants you, okay, they will find out about you. They will stalk you first. When did I realize this? Before I made the website, I met a client, and the client says, how's your cat? And I go, what? Yeah, you wrote about your cat today. Alamak. They were stalking me on Facebook. And so this guy, this training manager, before meeting me, went to my LinkedIn, went to my Facebook, read up everything about me. So I just, alamak, nasib baik lah aku tak type benda mengarut-garut kan. So that's when I decided a personal website is one place to go. Okay. Why company? Because then you can put all of your courses there. You can invite your friends, your associates. They can share your website as well. Why one for you? Focus, right? You want to break away, you want to stand out, focus, make sure that you can be seen. Step 30, build Facebook and LinkedIn relationships. Okay, so ask your participants, your friends to give you recommendations, endorsements, and reviews. So what is a recommendation? On LinkedIn, it's called recommendation endorsement. On Facebook, it's called reviews. So get them to invite lah. Dia tak buat tak apa. Daripada 30 orang dapat 2. After 30 courses, you have 15, you have 30. But more importantly, guys, please give recommendations and reviews to others. Okay, be fair. You ask, you must also give. So go to trainer friends and say, I want to give you a recommendation. Tetapi jangan bohong. If you have something nice to say, you have a good good impression of them, give it for them. Give more than you ask for. Request participants to follow or connect with your page. And this is the most powerful bullet point in the whole course, because people cannot see you. The easiest way is to read what you write. Video pun kadang-kadang I tengok video, you tengok video more than 30 seconds, you don't want to watch kan. So it's still default that people will read what you write, even a little bit. So please post thought leadership articles from your subject matter expertise. And don't worry if people say you're wrong. That means they're engaging your content. Include links to your pages in your introductory materials, your name cards, your website, your outlines, anything lah. Post four types of content. Number one is educational. Okay, first orang daripada tidak tahu kepada tahu. Entertainment, daripada bosan kepada kelakar. Emotional, something that targets a particular emotion, sadness, anger, curiosity. And engagement content. So post a question that you think people will answer. Okay, you ask a question and what type of, if you were to build a training center, kan, what would you put in that training center? What was your worst case scenario that you've experienced before? So ask questions. So if I can't convince you, but let me tell you what happened, right? Facebook got me opportunities in Brunei. They contacted me from Brunei through Facebook because they were watching, they were reading. LinkedIn got me Cambodia. So my partner, who was going through, he respects Malaysian trainers. He says that from anyone else, he would recommend Malaysian trainers first. So he was hunting for trainers. He found me. In 2017, I went for the first time. And the best part is what I did there, I did two programs back to back. LEAP, which was Leading for Excellence, Action and Performance, and the PLF program, Professional Learning Facilitator, which I am accredited to teach. Rizal has allowed me to run the program in Cambodia. So the PLF family in Cambodia, everybody came from my hand. They liked me so much, they said, we would like for you to join the company as a partner. So now I am co-owner of that training provider, which we are no longer a TP. We've transformed it into a human behavioral consultancy. So please, guys, please don't lag on this. I know I got some feedback, some DMs, kata, this is so difficult, so many things to do, so many steps to do. Well, I'll say it again and again. You want to stand out, you want to break away, you got to do something. Okay, Facebook, there is the opportunity to put really good photos. What is your proudest moment, the proudest photo? That's what you put up in your Facebook profile and in your Facebook company profile. So find the best photo, put it right there. In terms of Facebook groups, I no longer recommend Facebook groups individually because Facebook groups now have become just papan iklan. And I got so bored about the papan iklanness. About a couple of months ago, I started just posting into the Facebook groups. And I think that's where you found me. I was like, malas. Rather than I post on my profile saja, why don't I just post and cross-post semua sekali. Be of benefit to people lah, rather than every day they have to see posters saja. This is a repetition, of course, but share your thought leadership articles, share your current services and activities, share discovered resources. Okay, so macam Hilal, if you notice, he sent into our WhatsApp group a resource that he found, and people were thanking him for it. That creates your brand as well. It creates a brand that you are someone helpful. You are not, always charge money, always about money, 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 money. Tell success and learning stories. So you got two kinds of stories. Either you succeed or you learn from failure. So we don't talk about success and failure, we talk about success and learning. What did you learn from this incident or that incident, or this client did not pay me, or this training provider, I've given up on them, so this is what I've learned for myself. So when you share those, you become a benefit to people. Every year, please design new products, new courses, new services, because then it gives you that opportunity to tell the client, hey, I got something new. A lot of trainers, and when I say a lot, majority lah, they don't upgrade. They don't add in, and I think we had this discussion in the WhatsApp group as well. They don't enable with AI. They don't redesign their slides. Their slides still look like what 50 years ago punya slide. They don't have any upgrades. So how is the client going to entrust their people to you if you don't upskill or upgrade yourself? Recommend and help connect friends. Okay, so jangan kedekut lah. When somebody has a request for something and your friend is a subject matter, and that just say okay, and please recommend correctly. Bukan the gang, the nonsense type, the one that cannot do the work. Don't recommend those. But help your friends get jobs. Yeah. So Giant here, Hishamuddin, always does this for me, and I always do it for him. We do it for each other, and a lot of friends also do it for each other. When someone tags you like this, please just even though you're not going to accept the job, just say thank you. Okay, just say thank you. Kita beradab lah. Now here the very important one. Please do not complain. When you complain, you become a complainer, and clients and training providers see that. Now this is a guy, a trainer who finds it difficult to get jobs, and he doesn't understand why. It's because he complains. Habis. That's all I'll say. Elias says, do you use the same post for LinkedIn and FB? Currently, yes, because I malas nak retype. But what I notice is on Facebook, I get a different group. On LinkedIn, I get a bit more international group, which is interesting. Maybe one day I will have the strength to write different ones, but for now, it's the same. Exactly the same, Elias. Exactly the same. But because LinkedIn has a character limitation, so sometimes I have to edit. Yes, I am that lazy, Elias. You are surprised. All right, where LinkedIn is concerned, LinkedIn is actually better than Facebook in terms of introducing yourself. So, your identity statement, your summary, your bio goes here. And please update everything you've ever done within LinkedIn so that people can stalk you. So, some LinkedIn tips that I have collected from friends. Number one is create conversation-driven posts, things that people will want to discuss. Share valuable and insightful content, whether it's your content you created, or you found a document, or you found a website, or you found a video, something. It doesn't have to be yours. Use native document carousels. So in LinkedIn, you'll notice that you don't just need to put photos, you can put in a PDF, and that PDF will turn into a carousel. Or, swipe, 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 they can read your PDF in a carousel form. Prioritize video retention, which means that you want to learn how to create videos like TikTok videos, where within the first half a second, people get hooked onto your video, and then they will watch the rest of it. And according to TikTok experts, right, captions are very powerful because the brain sees the word and they will want to stay on the video longer. Apply 3 to 5 niche relevant hashtags. And our hashtag expert Farah is not here today. So I will ask her to share that with you in the group. Write for dwell time. So what is dwell time? That means it's not just you read, but you stay longer. You stay longer onto that post. Engage constantly in your niche community. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm not focusing so much on my clients, not my client community, but my trainer community. So if you notice, 2026, I've written a lot more for trainers. So from trainer to trainers, because I'm trying to pivot from a professional work skills facilitator to more of a learning and performance specialist. I want to do more work in L&D. That's why I say when I leave the classroom, I want to do more L&D, and I'm trying to brand myself with you guys. For those of you who did know me, and for those of you who just got to know me because of this, I am currently doing that. And it doesn't matter what the quality of the articles are or the output. You will know lah when you see the insights and the comments and the likes. So you go, okay, this one tak ada orang baca. Okay, let's stop doing this. So you have to do your research. Post consistently. It says 2 to 4 quality posts weekly. Gary Vaynerchuk or Gary V says 500 pieces of content per month. So you choose how far you want to go. He says 500 pieces of content per month. I don't know what that is daily, because there will always be new people coming on board to your profiles, and you want to have ready content pop up. Collaborate strategically or tag thoughtfully. Jangan main tag orang without permission, kan? Tag thoughtfully and then co-create articles or have discussions. On LinkedIn now, you can add on to an article. You can actually write together with other people. Okay, let's move on to the GBP, the Google Business Profile. I recommend that you register for a GBP. This one, because Google is Google, kan, it boosts a lot of visibility. Even though you don't pay for it, Google will highlight you. Engage customers, because customers who look for let's just say they see your book or they see your workbook or they hear about you and then they Google and they cannot seem to find your website, but they find your Google business profile, which is just as good because then all the links are there anyway. You can control information like business details like time or things like that. And whenever there's a promotion, you can add on like this. So what is the GPP trying to do? It's trying to be a business Facebook. It's not succeeding as well, but it's trying to be a business Facebook. What do I use it for? I use it to gain insights. I want to know when people come to my website, what did they Google? What did they find? What were they searching for? Were they searching for workforce performance? Were they searching for problem solving skills? What were they searching for? So that gives me an idea of, oh, okay, this month people are all looking for this kind of courses. I will tell my training provider, this is the insight we've gained. Maybe you should try pushing this course for a while, right? So Nolina says, do you have to pay? No, currently no. But of course, Google is going to upsell you other stuff, lah. Leverage the free marketing because it's cost effective and it showcases a business and stands out from competitors. Okay. Step 31. I know you're shy, but I recommend that you start doing micro videos. I'm not an expert, I don't do it well, but this is the advice that was given to me, so I'm giving it to you as well. TikTok, IG stories, MB Reels, YouTube Shorts, WhatsApp stories, LinkedIn, up scroll, whatever, wherever you want to be. Um, there are certain tools out there that you can record one video and the AI will re-record it, sorry, will re-edit it for different platforms. Because certain platforms, if you take the same video and you put it onto another platform, it doesn't look as good. Yeah, for example, TikTok has a lot of sampah on the page. It has the profile picture there, has the the for you page on the top of the most. So when your captions are too low, dia berlanggar dengan everything else. So learn how to curate, no, learn how to re-edit your videos for different platforms. But there's also a lot of apps and tools I know out there that can do it for you. Okay. Okay. And the best part about videos is if you have a video that goes viral, you can always reuse that because it fits the formula. It's probably going to go viral again and again and again and again. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Step 32. There's a lot of steps here. Here's what I did and here's what I recommend. Run free webinars or free podcasts individually, alone. Run free webinars and podcasts with other people to co-brand. Yeah, co-branding is very powerful because you borrow each other's fans. Just like how Lego became very, very powerful when they started making Star Wars Lego, Jurassic Park Lego, Harry Potter Lego, superhero Lego. Why? Because there were fans already there. They stole those fans. Now they're doing Formula One Lego. Okay, so steal fans. Be part of big brand webinars. So whenever there's an opportunity, you join a big brand webinar, even if nobody comes to the webinars, but you get a nice poster. So this is some of my co-branding, what's the word, webinars. The first one I did with Pete Pereira, who's also a virtual instructor. The second one, this is with I can't see it. I can't. What is that? Singapore something. I can't remember what it was, but it was a Singapore organization. And then I also joined, and Kelvin was also here. We also joined the Mega Symposium events. This is run by a trainer in India. His name is Arafat Cholaseri. And my God, he has a collection of many, 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 many coaches, many trainers. If you're interested to join one of this, talk to me later. But he will interview you lah. And there is something you have to pay to help, with the branding and the websites and stuff like that. Step 33. Ebooks, guys. Right. Okay, I'll tell you what I did. That first ebook on the left is a collaboration with Wendy Lee. Top 21 tips to make you an awesome virtual presenter. That second ebook, How I Run My Virtual Class, was actually articles I wrote during the pandemic to help people learn how to teach online. Then I started getting more requests. Can you teach me how to do it? I don't want to just read article. So I said, okay, let's do something, and that's how the VLC was born. Right? VLC was already designed in 2017. I shopped it around. Siapa nak belajar mengajar online? Nobody wanted. So then 2020 came around. Everybody wanted. I had to go back and redesign it. I had to make it more relevant, update it, and then that's how the VLC was born from this ebook. People passed this ebook around so much that when I opened the first batch, I had 40 people. 40 people joined. I think Elias, you were the first batch as well, cohort one, right? Cycle one. BreakAway. So all the articles that I wrote that some of you are seeing in Facebook and LinkedIn, I put into this ebook. And this ebook is now the companion ebook of this course. I also started printing this as a real book because people requested it. If you're interested to buy, just go to the BreakAway website, scroll all the way down, and you can make your pre-order there. I'm reprinting it by the end of this March, end of month. Right. Just people will forward your ebooks and you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know who's going to get it. Okay. Leverage off of what HRD Corp gives us. Every year for the last 3 years, they have run, and I don't know if it's going to run again, but every year for the last 3 years, they have run the National Training Week. Okay, the National Training Week. And the National Training Week is for trainers to showcase themselves, but the classes have to be complementary. Minimum 4 hours, if I remember right. This is what I've done, and I've branded myself with a lot of HR managers and L&D managers during one of those years. So do that, and you can even do e-learning courses and sell them on eLatte, which is an HRD Corp. I have not done this. I have not needed to do this. I don't know what the payment system is like or how much you get, but you can design and sell e-learning courses under a training provider. So that's why there's one more benefit of a training provider. Only TPs can register onto eLatte. National Training Week, this is what I did. I ran L&D Made Easy, Learning and Development Fundamentals for HR Practitioners. I ran Gamification, Are We Playing in the Workplace? I ran Know Thyself, Exploring Personality Assessments for HR and L&D Applications. And then Learning Culture, Building Sustainable Change Through Learning. Now, if you notice, the way I branded the titles, I'm aiming for HR and L&D people. I'm not aiming for trainers. This is not for trainers. It's always about the organization, about the learning culture, and I very clearly state that for HR and L&D people. So set a clear target audience who you are aiming for, research topics that appeal to your audience, identify relevant issues. Before I did this, I contacted all of my HR friends and I said, hey, I want to do something for NTW. What do you need that I can provide? So dibagilah semua, and I go like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Hey, I can do this. So I eventually came up with these 4. Create events to address issues like this one. Keep an email listing for future reference. Now, by sheer permission marketing, in NTW, when they register, they have to register with their email addresses. So what I do is within and if you watch the recording, it's not there, but I've edited it out. Within the webinar, I ask for their permission. Okay, if you want me, if I can use your email addresses, I'm going to send you one email. Okay, but what I use is I use an email engine lah. So I'm going to send you one email with a summary of this event of this course. If you don't want to be contacted, please click unsubscribe. So the ones who are still on that list, I can still contact them. All right. And of course, do your best. Okay, we're coming up to the last few ones. Step 35A, there is a marketplace, okay, called Talent Store, which is set up by Arun Nagaraja, he is with Leaderonomics. And I am there, but I don't need it. I don't use it. If you're a new trainer, then this is one place you can start on. It's a monthly subscription model, which means you must pay monthly. Okay. 35B, and you can check out all of the information within the BreakAway website. 35B is quite new. It's called Train Expert by Siti Alicia Muhammad Rizal. Some of you might have seen her posting in the Facebook groups. It also provides a similar marketplace to connect trainers, TPs, and clients, and also a monthly subscription model. The current model that she has is, I think, a bit scary because trainers don't want to pay for anything, and training providers also. So I offer this as a way for you to get started. And that, ladies and gentlemen, takes us to assignment F. And assignment F is, now this one I would really like for you to do. I would like for you to write a thought leadership article. I know it says 300 words, but 100 words, 200 words. Write a thought leadership article on your subject matter expertise and then post it to LinkedIn and Facebook. And I'm going to ask you to do this. Tag me. Tag me on Facebook, tag me on LinkedIn so that I can go and read and I can give you some feedback. At the same time, share the link within our WhatsApp group so that we get to read it and we also get to give you feedback. That's number one. Number two, if you like to do it, record and upload a 30-second thought leadership video to either TikTok or IG or MV Reels, right? Pretty much the same thing, but you are speaking on camera. And then send the links to your friends and ask them to comment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that takes us to the end of this class. What questions do you have before we end for the day?
Hello, Mr. Nazrin. I have one short question.
Okay, go ahead. Then I'll come to Nolina.
All right, Mr. Nazrin, I'm just curious about how you train your voice, your vocal, because I found that actually many of the leaders, for example, like Anthony Robbins, have a very deep voice. Do you train for that? Are you born with that?
I don't have a deep voice. Okay, I don't purposely train it. What's your assessment of my voice?
I thought it sounded clear and not so deep, but sounds very clear. Do you do any routine before you present or something?
Well, I sing. I sing on the way to work. So in the car, on the way, dengan stressing in traffic jam kan, I menyanyi. That's it. That's pretty much it. But if you're asking for techniques, right? So I learned this in theater. I learned this in neuro-linguistic programming. We use something called the hypnotic drop. And there's a few people here who have learned that as well. The hypnotic drop is about how we use the intonations to get people to believe us. And that's like a whole different story right there. I call this the radio voice. So anybody who's attended the virtual Learncaster certification, we talked about the radio voice. Because you cannot sometimes have your camera on, people cannot see you, or sometimes they ignore your camera. So you need to have a way to be able to enter their brains and still make impact. And that's through voice intonation. So is that what you were looking for?
Yes,
Train yourself to have a radio voice. Okay. I saw Nolina had a question. Do I use add followers in FB? No, I don't. Because I hate it when people do it to me, so I don't do it to other people. So thank you very much, everyone, for indulging me today. We did take a little bit extra time. But if there's no other questions for me here, I thank you very much. I appreciate you. I love you. I want all the best for you, which is why if you say I'm high energy, I'm giving, because I want you to succeed. When I first started in this industry, nobody helped me. So I want something is my Amal Jariah. This thing gets recorded as a website. If you pass this on to other new trainers, then saya dapat Amal Jariah insyaAllah. And maybe if Allah wants, He will give me rizki through that. But thank you very much. Bye-bye, everyone.